Hello, everybody. Welcome to Kanushi's Corner. For this episode, we're going to be taking a look at the Final Fantasy starter kit for Magic the Gathering. One of the most popular trading card games out there, along with one of the most popular video game franchises out there, has been going nuts. Hopefully, you can find this one for about $25 to $30. I finally got this in, and we're doing this. And yeah, good luck out there. That's all I gotta say. It is a fantastic product. I've been very excited for it. I love these games. I love Magic. Man, this is it's so cool. So with this one little box here, it's very good for new players because you can learn with just this. You get two pre-built 60 card decks with one rare and or one mythic and five rares. And the booklet included is going to have some cool art and teach you how to play. It comes with these two decks, a little of the play guide I just mentioned, two cool deck boxes featuring both Sephiroth and Cloud, and a nice little code there to unlock all this on Arena if you want to go play on Arena. Arena is really cool. It also will help you learn how to play if you don't know yet, or it's just, it's cool. It's fun to play. It's a little crazy, but yeah, here we have Sephiroth, Planet's Heir, and Cloud. You can't really see it, but Cloud, Planet's Champion. These are some really cool cards, really fun decks. They are Boros, or white and red, and also Dimir, or blue and black. But let's not waste any time. Let's bust into this bad boy. Check out these decks. Tear open. Okay, apparently I'm just like not good at this. Usually you can just kind of rip down that perforation there and it'll kind of pop the whole thing up, but not today. Not today. Not this video. All right. So here we have, you can already see back there, these beautiful artistic renderings by Billy Christian. Thank you for that, Billy Christian. They look gorgeous. You did great on the characters. Thank you for being a part of all this. Thank you for applying your artistic skills. I'm sure you are stoked to see all of this everywhere. Beautiful Sephiroth there. Beautiful Cloud there. Like, man, that's like, love it. Sad thing, these will not fit the cards once you have sleeved them, which is unfortunate. I really wish they would start doing that, where you could sleeve them and they would still fit. But here's that little starter guide, a bunch of frequently asked questions stuff on the back, some how to play stuff on the back. Here will introduce you to the colors, how to play, an example play area, starting a game, what all the different areas of the game are, combat, actions. You got all the stuff. How to read the card. I love that they got Ultimacia here as the example thing. And another, oh, there's the good art of her right there. All right. All right. And here we have the mythic rare, uncommons, and all that. She's looking good. Oh, hey, it's Rosa. Oh, yay. I love to see that. Rosa is a favorite of mine from Final Fantasy IV. And yep, we already went over that page. That's all for the little booklet. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of this. Sorry for that glare there. We've got these two decks to look at. If you know, you know. You've probably already seen what the lists are. But let's really dive in. Okay, those are the actual cards up there like that. That's unfortunate. That means that they're gonna get a little squished on the corners. Yeah, you can already maybe see Cloud. We'll zoom in and you'll see it better, but not a fan of that. Wish they were a little more protected in these starter decks because they get like pinched in there and it's just like meh. It's not great. Not great. There we go. You can see Cloud, all his armor and stuff looking gorgeous in that foil. If you turn it, you can really see the layering of what's foil and what's not. Very good looking. As far as the card itself, 5 mana, 4/4. Why did my focus just drop? As you can see here, 5 mana, 4/4 during your turn. As long as this is equipped, it has double strike and indestructible. Equip abilities you activate that target this costs 2 less to activate. It's not over yet. This isn't the end. What's funny is you can read their flavor text in either order. This is the end for all of you. It just kind of like loops, kind of like their story. It just like loops and loops and loops. So this card, particularly both of these, are standard legal. I think the only place you can get them is either collector boosters or the starter decks. So if you want to play these actually in standard, also good luck to you, my friend, in that. I just plan on either making commander decks around them or just playing the individual decks. But there's the cloud card, so you know this is going to be a lot of equipments, activated abilities, and stuff. Let's actually look through the deck list, enough talking about it. Really looking forward to doing stuff with these on Arena. So, alright, there we go. We're just going to kind of thumb through it real quick. We got 2 Cloudbound Moogles for playing Cycling. Coral, pretty good for tapping your opponent's stuff. Dwarven Castle Guard. It's a guy that makes you another guy. Ooh, several of those, 4 of those. So you're not going to be short of dudes to put stuff on. This is some decent removal. Destroy a non-land permanent. If it's a tapped creature, costs a little less. Slash of Light, equipment you control. Deals damage, that's pretty good. This is another. So there's a lot of lockdown cards in here. This one also makes you mana. White Mage's Staff, here we go. Here's an equipment. This is also going to trigger some life gain. Steiner, okay, Steiner's good. He, weird, I would like to see another White Mage's Staff in there. But Steiner's really good. He is going to get bigger for each equipment you control, and he has lifelink, so this deck is going to be gaining you a lot of life, making you a lot of dudes. Yep, that's an equipment that gives flying. Here's a Grahatia. Whenever one or more other creatures or artifacts you control die, you draw a card. This triggers only once each turn, so as long as you got a little sack, outlets and stuff that you can use. Hey, he'll be drawing you cards. Here's that Rosa. Man, that art is good looking on the Rosa there. Reach, 4 mana, 2/3. And at the beginning of combat on your turn, you make something a little bigger and it gains lifelink until end of turn, which is pretty nice. I like that she's supportive in this game as well. It's pretty cool. And then Beatrix, Loyal General. Beginning of combat on your turn, you may attach any number of equipment you control to target creature you control. That's pretty good for 6 mana, 4/4. Beatrix looking good there from 9. Looking solid. Solid hardcore lady. Here we go. We're into some red stuff. This gives all your equipped creatures menace. You get quite a few of those, 3 of those. Warrior Sword. It's kind of big, but it gives you a 4/3 out of it. So maybe that's a payoff. I hate the equip cost, but in this deck you should be equipping that for way cheaper. Suplex is some removal. You can deal 3 damage and exile something or exile an artifact. Okay, that's pretty cool having one of those. Frey is a mana dork to help you get out those expensive artifacts, and it'll also have flying. That card can definitely, you put enough stuff on it, it's good to go. Here we go, Samurai's Katana. Whew, can't hold these cards. Okay, Samurai's Katana gives you +2/+2 Trample Hasty Boy. It's not bad for 3 mana. 3 mana, 3/3 with Trample and Haste. Hey, that's pretty nice. You get 2 of those even. You have a Barret, excellent. When he attacks, he deals damage equal to the equipped creature you control the defending player. That is going to be nutty. We have a mono red lightning here. Interesting. I think this might also be exclusive to this. 3 mana, menace, 2/3. Whenever lightning deals combat damage to a player, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card for as long as you control this. Neat. Judgment Bolt. I love seeing Sid from 16 here. Deals 5 damage to target creature and X damage to that creature's controller, where X is the number of equipment you control. It's pretty good. Here to even the odds, any object. Nice. Ultima Weapon. Love seeing that in here for Cloud. And the art of Cloud on that. Very good. 7 mana. Gives it 7/7 equipped. Second 7. When it attacks, you get to destroy something. That is a really good, spicy rare there in the back. We have Rabanastra Royal Kingdom for some lands. 4 of those. Plains. For all these different. Here, we'll go through this from 12, 7, 15. You get another 12, 7, 15, 12, 7, 15, 12, 7, 15. Lot of planes. Alright, so you get 1 extra 12. And here we have from 6, 4, gold from 1. I love seeing the party here. It's great. Another one from 6, 4, several mountains and plains. Then here we have a couple of tokens in the back here. You got 2 heroes. Okay, well, you got 4 heroes of different art. And then just some kibble cards. I love that art. Sephiroth there. That's pretty solid. Okay, on to the other deck. Here we have the Sephiroth's Planet Air. We've already seen it's the 6 mana 4/4 Vigilant, which means it doesn't tap to attack. And whenever it enters, you're going to give all opponents' creatures -2/-2. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, he gets a little bit bigger. So you're really going to want to save this to do some kind of board wipey stuff and just make him instantly pumped. And then you're going to have this nice big attacking guy. It's going to be great. I love the foiling on that. Same thing with Cloud, the armor and the sword, and all those like little tidbits and baubles. Looks very good. Again, you can get this out of the collector boosters. For this one, we're going to look at it. We're just going to pull all that stuff off the back. We've got a treasure, a robot warrior, a copy, and a copy. Really good copy tokens there with Cecil versus his Dark Knight self. Love that stuff. There's the treasure robot warrior again. And now here's the deck. All right, we got Sahagin. So if you're casting big stuff, big non-creature spells, he's going to be getting a little bit bigger and can't be blocked. This one lets you surveil. It's pretty good to have two of those. Retrieve the Esper is something that'll trigger the Sahagin. That's what makes that robot warrior we just saw, and it can flashback, so you can even do that twice and potentially make it 5/5. There's two of those. It's going to be letting you draw cards, flashback to trigger the Sahagin. Realm sketching. Here we go. This is a really cool one. You make a copy of something. Ultimacia, temporal threat here. When it enters, tap all creatures your opponent controls. When a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Fantastic. This is the art from that book, too. I love seeing that. Beautiful. Here we have Undercity Dire Rat. When this dies, you make some treasure that'll ramp you into the bigger cards like Sephiroth and Ultimacia. Here we have Shinra's Reinforcements. This mills you stuff and gains you life. You get quite a few of those. Sephiroth's Intervention, of course. You can destroy a creature and gain 2 life for 4 mana. This is a cool card because you can, if it's in your graveyard, cast a non-creature spell, you can get it back to your hand, so you can keep using it over and over for either sacrifice fodder or something else. Ooh, Albed Salvagers, very fun. Whenever this or another creature or artifact you control dies, target opponent loses a life, you gain a life. Really useful for anytime anything dies, especially if you're doing sack stuff. Overkill, fun card, -9/9/9 to something. Evil Reawakened is going to be bringing back your creatures even bigger than before. Ooh, okay, hey, see more Flux. This is really cool. Your hope is here, and your meaningless existence with it. Beautiful 5 mana, 5/5. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may pay a life. If you do, draw a card, put a 1/1 counter on this. Beautiful. Pretty sure that can only be gotten in here. Deadly Embrace with Benedicta Garuda out from 16. Come, little lamb, to the slaughter with you. 5 mana, destroy target creature and opponent controls. Draw a card for each creature that died this turn. Oh boy. If you could somehow big mana into that and Sephiroth, that'd be great. Zan, Dark Mage, 4 mana, 3/3. Love seeing this. The one of the antagonists from 3. Beautiful. He gets 1/1 for each non-creature, non-land card in your graveyard. Beautiful. Whew. He wants to do some spell slingy stuff. Like, yeah, I like seeing these. This is cool. And then the Magitech Scythe. That's a cool equipment from 14. 4 mana. When this enters, you attach to a creature control. Gains first strike and must be blocked. It's +2/+1. That's pretty tight. Alright, and onto the lands. You get Trino, Dark City. Get 4 of those, and then here's some beautiful islands. 13. That one's from 10. That one's from 8. And then you get several of those. Alright, and here's the swamps. 14, 2, 5. And then you get several of those. Alright, and that's the Sephiroth deck. Lots of beautiful lands from that. Both of the decks look really fun. Very excited about the way they look. One of them a little more removal focused, of course. He's destroy everything. One of them more like creature and combat focused. It really reminds me of the Assassin's Creed decks. They were also kind of set up like that. You had a Boros equipment deck and a Dimir kind of control style deck with some just good big mana value creatures. But yeah, we're gonna go play them. hell. Yeah, we're gonna sleeve these up, go play them, and come back and talk about them a little bit. Let's get on to the wrap up. There you have it, everybody. Both of the starter decks, Cloud and Sephiroth here, looking at me all sideways. I had to separate them. They did not play well together. So I feel like the Sephiroth deck is a little more tuned with some of the sack loops that it has and being able to destroy the opponent's creatures, get in there, do some stuff, constantly keep pressure on the board with especially some creatures that are caring about things being in the graveyard. And this deck has a bunch of the removal spells and things that care about things being removed, and it's a lot of downward pressure on something like this. Which these are really solid cards. I did manage to get to play. I got Cloud out. I didn't get to do much with him because there is no real, not that I could find, real draw engine in the Cloud deck. And it is fun. It can do fun, fast things, but at every corner you're kind of getting stopped by the removal, and you have to draw well and hope your opponent doesn't draw well. Beatrix was cool. I did manage to get her out with two things on the board, and I equipped her up and I swung with her, and then I got chump blocked because she didn't have trample, and then she got removed, and then I was back to hoping for a creature to put my equipment on, and it was rough. We only played like 3 or 4 games though, so you could play a lot of them. I definitely would suggest modding them a little bit, upgrading them, having fun with them, play some games with them how they are, especially if you're newer to Magic. But all in all, I'd give it an A+ for a starter deck experience. They both have some solid cards. They both have some fun things they can do. But definitely in this case, unlike the Assassin's Creed that I compared it to earlier, this one, the Dimir deck seems a little stronger, and the Boros deck, while it can go fast, doesn't really seem to have the same staying or holding power as I would like. But that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, thanks for being here, and until next time, have a good one.